Yeah, that's like three starting linebackers that didn't get to play either. So looking forward to seeing those guys when we play the Cowboys next week. Looking to see more of the starters get more run next week. Looking to see them get in there and really do probably a whole half, at least a whole quarter, just to see what they can do. But I just overall, I was proud of them guys. Overall, it's the first game in a rebuild season. A lot of people made fun of the Texans, man. A lot of you Texans fans turned your back on us, man. You turned your back on Deshaun Watson too, man. You know that I made it through a whole video without talking about him. Um, but I did want to say that he's still a Texan. We should treat him as a Texan. He said that he didn't want to play here, and we got to admit to ourselves that we know that he was talking about not wanting to play for an owner who he had lost trust in, who sat down with him and told him he would do these certain things that he wanted to make sure that would help secure his career being successful going forward. He wanted a little input and a little shared responsibility in those situations. Um, so we know why Deshaun wanted to leave. It wasn't because of the fans. It's not because of the city. It's not because of the team. It was because of the ownership. He went through some hell with Bill O'Brien, man. He went through some hell with Bill O'Brien. I want to make a video. One of my next videos is going to be a breakdown of Deshaun's time in here and why he feels the way he feels and why he probably feels the way he feels in the situation that he's in. But he's been through hell and he put up with it. And then when they fired him, when a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't have signed the contract. If you don't sign that contract, all they're gonna do is franchise tag you. I mean, that's just the typical fan response. Oh, why'd you sign the contract if you didn't want to play here? If you didn't trust Bill O'Brien, and Bill O'Brien had already got rid of Hopkins and all this stuff. Let me tell you something, man, about that business part of it. If if when Deshaun Watson was getting ready to sign that contract, he had already just came off from witnessing Bill O'Brien lose a 24-point lead in Kansas City, and he witnessed uh, him trade DeAndre Hopkins. As a player, there's nothing he can do about it, right? So when the time come up to pay him, you're not gonna say, "Nah, I'm not gonna sign. Just give me a 1 year franchise tag deal." No player likes playing on the franchise, so you can throw that silly excuse away, right? And I'll give you something else on top of that. When he signed that contract, he thought, just like most of us thought, that Bill O'Brien would not make it too long. He won't make it past that year. And he was right. He didn't make it past that year. So Watson figured that once Bill O'Brien was gone, there was going to be a new regime that came in. Everybody remembers that last press conference he had. And I think Watson said, "Yeah, we just need a real leader in here, somebody everybody can follow, man. There's too many people in this building that think they got power that don't necessarily got the power." Nah, he was talking about Jack Easterby. He was talking about Jack Easterby because Bill O'Brien had already got fired, and it was the end of that season, last season. And Deshaun was ready for a new GM to come in. Now everybody can say what they want to say. Nick Casario got in Cal McNair's ear, flew him up there to go sign Nick. I mean, excuse me, not Nick Casario. I must spoke. Jack Easterby got in Cal McNair's ear, went up there and took him to fly up there to go get Nick Casario in New England to sign him as the GM and go against the wishes of the committee, go against the committee's decisions or suggestions, and that was only done for Jack Easterby to secure his job. It was also done, I believe, also why I think is because that's who they wanted a long time ago. And if you guys paid attention And 3 years ago, they tried to get Nick Caserio, and New England hit him with tampering charges, right? So they wanted Nick Caserio a couple of years ago. They couldn't get him. They hit him with tampering charges, and when they did that, he had to back up. So we backed up for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So now we was able to get Nick Caserio. But if we would have got Nick Caserio at that time, Nick Caserio wouldn't have traded Hopkins. Nick Caserio would have found the easy way to pay DeAndre Hopkins a little bit of extra money to keep the, top three best receiver right now, the top receiver in the NFL for the last how many ever years he been in the league. And Nick Caserio would have done that. But Bill O'Brien and Jack Easterby was unable to get that done. And when they didn't do that, it cost Bill O'Brien his job because he tried to play the GM and he had no business. Him and Jack Easterby had no business running no general manager position, man. They overpaid everybody, signed all the wrong people, made all the wrong trades. It was a disaster, and that's why the NFL is laughing at us. That's why the NFL made us into the joke. And then on top of that, when Deshaun got the trouble, after that, then, we really the laughing stock. Now we got a sorry owner. We're discombobulated. We got a new GM, new coach. Nobody knows this. The owner didn't meet with the quarterback in order to figure out who the GM gonna be. Now the quarterback got 24 allegations put on him, and it was just a wild organization is what's been told in the national media. And I disliked what Jack Easterby did, and I disliked what he did to gain the power. But ultimately, Nick Caserio was the right pick. I don't know if you need to hear that again. Nick Caserio was the right pick. So however it went down, it had to go down like that, I guess. I don't know. But Nick Caserio is proven to be the right pick. He's got it from top to bottom because we needed somebody in here that could run this organization from top to bottom because Cal McNair, after Bob McNair died, Cal McNair was clueless, man. He was clueless, and y'all know he was clueless. He doesn't know what he was doing. And he needed somebody to try to do that. Bill O'Brien tried to be that guy. That's why he took all that power. He tried to be that guy, but he can't evaluate talent. He's a poor evaluator of talent. Nick Caserio isn't, so I'm encouraged from that. I'm sorry I went all the way left with the Deshaun Watson stuff. Yeah, we were the laughing stock, but I think we're better than what people think we are. And that is going to be my hashtag. We are better than you think we are. We are better than you think we are. We gonna bring the heat, man. I mean, you got some dog type dudes. I don't think we're top heavy like we used to be, but we're deep. So it's gonna be a rough year. It's not gonna quite be what you wanted. Some games they're gonna surprise you. But I think we're gonna be better than what you think. And I guess I'll leave you guys with that, man. Like I say, this is my very first video. So work with me, man. Things will get better, man. You see I got Michael Jordan in the back. Luke Longley looking on. We're in amazement of what he's doing. But yeah, I'm working on this, getting this going. But I needed to make this video for the first day. Next time it'll be shorter, much shorter. So maybe I'll chop this one up. But then start working on it, upgrading everything. All right, man. So yeah, this is my first video, man. Y'all stick with me, man. The next video is gonna be a little bit better. Trying to get a report down of maybe twice a week, videos twice a week, talking about the Houston Texans, taking questions, trying to figure out what's going on with the Texans. And I want to come at it from there's enough fan perspective. I want to come at these videos as from a player's perspective and sometimes a GM's perspective. Because I think those are some of the two of the most important aspects of the team is a good GM adding the right people to a team, a good GM that's adding talent and spending the correct money and not spending it where he shouldn't, and players. A lot of times we think that they should just do whatever we think they should do, but that's not the case. They are players. They're humans, human beings. They got a soul, spirit. They've got a family to look after, and we can't dump all of our expectations on their lives and talk about they shouldn't want out, they shouldn't hold out because they want a new contract. I want to come at it from the player's perspective because we got to show them a little more respect. A lot of fans these days are acting real entitled, man. I don't understand y'all's entitlement, man. Y'all not entitled to nothing but entertainment, man. Those guys ain't out there to entertain you. The entertainment comes from their competition. They not out there entertaining. They are competing first. You take your ass out there and try to entertain somebody all game and watch you get your head knocked out. All right? They are competing. You have to understand that first, right? Then subsequently their competition entertains us. So you got to make sure y'all see it like that. Just stick with me, man. This is my first video, man. I'm out.